joined now by Daniel Garza. He's president of the Libra Initiative, and it's good to have you here. This is the beginning of Immigrant Heritage Month. I know that you pay a lot of attention to these issues. You live in McAllen, Texas.
Right.
Do you think that Mexico could do more to stop migrants coming across the border?
Well, they're already starting to. Just last month in May, I understand that they detained 20,000 unauthorized immigrants, which is a record. They've never, detained as many. I think they've heard the message loud and clear that there needs to be, I think, enhanced security at the border. And I think what's important is that they're having these conversations now with the White House because they fully have Mexico's attention now that the president, of course, has threatened.
Do you think that Mexico needs more help at the southern border? Like, should they ask Americans for help? If the president's threatening tariffs, like, do they need more help from us?
Dana, there's no question about that. Look, it's difficult for the United States of America to actually put order at the border. Can you imagine, how tough it is to Mexico, who has less resources, also law enforcement,
a lot more corruption.
A lot more corruption, especially exactly the trafficking that happens with the cartels, human trafficking, drugs, gang violence. Yes, they do need, I think, extra help.
You probably have heard from business owners. I think one of the reasons that some Senate Republicans are saying, gosh, Mr. President, like, we want to solve this problem too, but this could actually hurt our constituents when it comes to their businesses and the growth of it and so disrupting supply chains. But do you think that the Senate will actually do anything?
Well, the numbers are staggering. You're talking about $700 billion in trade between Mexico and the United States. Mexico is also Texas's biggest trading partner, which is why you're getting this resistance from Senator Ted Cruz, no less, and Senator Cornyn. What they're saying is, why should Texan farmers and manufacturers and business owners have to pay the tax for something that they're not responsible for?
Pay for a tax which also might not have the results that they want, although I understand the Mexicans come, I think, in good faith to try to get it done. There's a lot of products, tractors, televisions, phones, computers, equipment, refrigerators. I think that people don't even realize just how much that goes back and forth.
Absolutely, without question.
In addition to that, you are also working on trying to figure out a way to bring both parties together to help deal with immigration comprehensively, but in particular to deal with Dreamers. The House just passed legislation on Tuesday that would provide a path to citizenship to Dreamers that would be about 2.3 million people. Where do you see this going? Obviously, the House passes a lot of legislation that doesn't ever go anywhere in the Senate, but do you think there's hope?
Yeah, the modus operandi for both parties has been to propose unilateral proposals here, laws, right, where they have everything that they want and they don't consider what the other party wants. And once again, we see the Democrats proposing a clean DACA bill. And then the president, of course, proposed an immigration reform bill that was aided by his son-in-law, Jared Kushner.
Yes, but it was silent on the Dreamers.
Well, exactly. So what needs to happen is that they need to listen to each other, and what matters more than anything here is to reach a consensus. The Democrats don't get to define what immigration reform is, and neither do Republicans. They both have to come together.
But the president was willing to add the Dreamers piece to the deal that they were when they were trying to shut down the government. So I just wonder, how can this could anything possibly get done before the presidential election in 2020?
Yeah, again, I believe so, right? But there has to be true bipartisan spirit here, and I think...
Is there an economic reason to try to get it done?
Without question. Look, America has benefited tremendously, unequaled in the history of the world because of the productivity of immigrants that have come to America and have established businesses, have created wealth for themselves and wealth for others as well. And so we need to continue that. Right now we have 7 million job openings. And so we need actually a flexible immigration system that accommodates for market forces, but also because, of course, they add so much more, to our societies and our communities.
So,
it's just so important.
In regard to this meeting that's happening at the White House in the next hour, what is your sense that the Mexican government will try to say, here are all the things that we'll try to do more, and that staves off the tariff threat for now?
And, Arturo Manuel López Obrador, the president of Mexico, has already tipped his hat and said that we need to get something done, which is why he sent, Secretary Ebrard, to meet with, of course, he meet at the highest officials here in America, too, with Vice President Pompeo, again, negotiate in good faith to get something done. Clearly, I think one of the problems is that the president did not set clear benchmarks as to what Mexico needs to do to actually stave off.
What does success look like?
Yeah, and if he gets to 25%, we're looking at $87 billion in new taxes for a year annually. That's $900 billion.
Yeah, I imagine it probably won't get to that, but
that would hurt
you
Americans.
never know.
Yeah,
indeed. All right, Daniel Garza, good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you again.